morning, June.
Good morning, Brian Gatsu.
It's good
How
morning
are
where
you,
I'm
my
at.
friend?
I know this is a live at lunch, but I know it's still morning here. So, anyways, it's a brunch for me. Happy lunch to you. And
Happy brunch to you. I want to say I'm so sorry you had to be the one to get up early, but I'm just glad I'm not the one that had to get up early today.
no, you're totally fine. So hello, if you're having lunch watching us right now. Everything is I don't know if you saw the intro, everybody, but it was a bit rough because yeah, still figuring out this morning. Some technical difficulties going on with Facebook in connecting this. So, but hopefully you are on watching now or you're watching later. June, your day's going well so far. You excited for what we have to talk about today?
It's going pretty good. I just shared the link to the YouTube as well on the CCA Facebook page, but it is live at lunch, and I'm so excited to be here with you, Brian Kahatsu. And why is it June and Brian? I will tell you, this is what happens when you miss one of the planning meetings for the CCA retreat, because if you miss a meeting, all of a sudden they're like, you know what? How about we have June and Brian host the whole thing, right? And so here we are. So I'm absolutely completely honored to be asked to host this year's event with you, Brian Kahatsu.
I am honored
It's
and
going to be
shocked.
awesome.
Not so much you, June, but me. No, it's very cool. You and I will be hosting the event, and I'm excited about that because usually then you literally get to see everybody.
Yes.
And then
Yes. Yeah. Because we're looking at them, looking
Yeah.
at us. I don't know that I wanted to be the face of the CCA, but
Sure.
I'm super excited to be a part of this retreat. The CCA is huge in my life. Now I've only been going for a few years, pre-pandemic. And I can tell you that when God called me into comedy, the people that I've met at the CCA have become lifelong friends. They have poured into my life, not only in comedy, but just literally some of the best friends I've ever had, because God said, hey, there's this event in Nashville. This is where I want you to go. And this was before I had ever been on stage before. And so, I'm thrilled to death. Before we had all these great events where we got together, then the pandemic hit. And then last year, what was that all about, Brian, last year?
Yeah. Well, you know what? We made we made lemonade out of lemonade, out of
Yes.
lemons for sure. Yeah, that was a quick audible to say, hey, can we do it online? And think, Lord has provided us with Mike James as part of
Oh, yeah.
CCA. So Mike and I quickly were able to put the stream together for last year, and last year was great because I will tell you, even though it was virtual and we weren't in person, so many people logged on, more than actually could ever go to certain events. So it was kind of great to actually be able to connect with everybody through online, which has kind of been what everybody's been doing.
Right.
But to bring everybody back and last year was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
All our presenters knocked it out of the park, I thought. So
yeah, absolutely. Rhonda Corey and Leslie Robb hosted each day of that. And I mean, people were really affected by the speakers. And I myself was somebody who was very sick at the time. And I was able to, to just chill in my bed and watch the event. And really, it was just a light in a dark time for me. So I'm glad that we pulled that off last year. And speaking of connect, as you said, this year we get to be in each other's physical presence,
actually in person,
connect with each other in person.
This wall between us right now will be gone, June. We'll be in the same room. So exactly. So so that'll be cool.
I'll give you a big hug. I'm ready to hug Earl Music. This is the deal, Pickles. Like, there are people that I've met virtually in the last couple of years that I've never been in the presence of. And I hear Earl Music as a hugger. So I'm excited to meet someone that I've met virtually and get to hug them and hug old friends and new friends. And, I'm super hype about it. Now, this year, we are going to be in Franklin, Indiana at Turning Point Church. Now, let's talk about Haas Ridgeway. You know Haas, Brian?
I met him once, and then and it was online, virtual, and I messed up his first name. So yeah, I'll never forget that it's Haas Ridgeway for the rest of my life. So No, he's somebody too that within, circles of comedians that his name pops up all the time and I see
Mhm.
it all the time. So it was great to meet him the one time, and I'm looking forward to meeting him in person and actually getting to know him. So yeah, but you know Ross from way back, right?
Ross, yes, I do. I know Ross from way
I
back.
see
You did it again.
Ross,
You did it again.
because it's the Ridgeway that's messing me up.
How
I
did they pick us
apologize.
to host? Like, because literally our only job is to say people's
It's
names and bring them on stage.
right.
And I almost think that they did that with me because they're like, we got to have her under control and our eye on her all the time. So if the only thing she's allowed to do is say someone's name and bring them on stage, we'll be safe. But it's Haas Ridgeway. He is not only a pastor, the pastor of Turning Point Church, but he is a professional comedian as well. He's been doing comedy for years. So we are going to be in a location um, with a pastor who is also a Christian comedian. So
Yeah.
couldn't get it more than anybody else. And Haas is
Yeah,
also a
perfect
lifelong
match.
friend of mine. So I'm
But
excited
you
about
knew him
that.
from you way back, like school?
We went to
Great.
middle school
Middle
together.
school together.
We went to middle school here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. He moved. I'd like to think it's not my fault that he left the state, but he did maybe. And God kind of full circled it around later, and we've done several comedy shows together. So when we were trying to find a location for this thing, and I kept saying, God, what am I not seeing? And then he brought Haas, to mind. And we were able to talk to him, and it worked out really well. It's close to Indianapolis Airport. And so that's what we're doing at Turning Point Church with Haas Ridgeway. What do we talk about? Maybe schedule?
What state is that in? Just for
It's in
verification.
Indiana. It's in
Franklin,
Indiana.
Indiana.
Did I say it weird?
No, you didn't, because if there's a couple Franklins around the
Oh, there's
country,
lots of
just
them.
make sure it's Indiana, because I
Yes.
looked it up a couple times going, wait a minute, that's wrong. And then I realized it gave me the wrong. So
Yes.
Franklin, Indiana.
Yes.
So
Franklin, Indiana is where it's at. And it's June 6th, 7th, and 8th. On that Monday, we're going to start around lunchtime. So registration, let's see, 12 to 1 o'clock. And then at 1 o'clock, we'll start with worship. We're going to worship with each other. Paul Aldridge is going to be there. He's going to lead us in music. It's going to be awesome. And it kind of gives people time if they're doing shows and things like that on Sunday night. You can sleep in a little on Monday morning and then come in, because we're actually going to go through the evening that first night, because it is about connecting. The whole point of this event, this retreat, is not necessarily like a how to do comedy or how to get, better at writing a joke. This year, it's really about connecting with Christ, with our community, right? With our calling, and with other comedians. And it really is just about connecting, feeding into our love for Christ, and how to get out there and be stronger at not only making people laugh, but also making sure that Christ is with us, and that we are shining that light to a world that obviously has been in a really dark place for the last few years, right?
and one other thing too that we talked about was moving forward with this event was that we built in time, more time in between, so everybody really can connect and spend time together and talk.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times in the past, there was a lot. I mean, it was a great event and everything was structured very quickly, but you didn't have very much time in between breakout sessions to talk and see those people that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
And we built in a little bit longer lunch period so that you get together with your friends and really connect. I mean,
Yeah.
and then during some of the workshops too, I know there's going to be, or I say workshops, but presentations, there is going to be time again too that we can actually connect within those presentations.
There's gonna be some games. There's gonna be some door prizes. When you register now, early bird special ends tomorrow. So you get $25 off. Registration is $125. You can go to the Christian Comedy Association.org. What I say, Brian? .org. O-R-G, ChristianComedyAssociation.org. You can get registered there. With that registration, you get a t-shirt, a CCA Connect t-shirt. You get all of the speakers that are going to be there. You'll have dinner provided for you on Tuesday night. On Monday night. On Tuesday, your lunch is provided. And Tuesday night is going to be movie night. We're actually going to get back together at the church. And the amazing Shonda Pierce is going to be with us. She has a film that's coming out soon. And we're going to get to be among the first to see that film and just to have an evening activity that we all get to do together.
We can call it a premiere.
It's the premiere.
You can call it a premiere. So
ooh, I want a red carpet. I want a red.
You're going to have to get all dolled up, but
Oh, never mind. I don't want a red carpet. Oh, and that's okay. Speaking of, and maybe men think about this, but the first time I went to a CCA, I'm like, what do you wear? What are you supposed to wear to this event? And I will tell you guys, it is super duper casual. It's, jeans, t-shirts, you can wear your flip-flops. Like, we are there just to come as you are, relax, lay back, spend time together, and pour into each other. So you don't have to dress up, dress to impress, none of that stuff. It's going to be summertime. It's going to be June, and June is great. In June, great, Brian.
June is great.
June is great.
Take away anything from this. June is great.
June is great. Okay, so we talked about the speakers a little bit.
Yeah. But who
are going to be some of the speakers? First of all, the Holy Spirit's going to be there, so it doesn't, whoever's speaking, it's going to be great. But I will tell you, I don't know if I froze or if Brian froze, but is it me? It's not you, it's me. I'm going to keep talking as if it's not me. All right. So the speakers, who have we got? We have Bob Smiley. We have Dory McLemore. We have Marlo Rutz. Okay, that's just a few people. We're not going to name all of them. Okay, but I will tell you that Rick Roberts is going to be there. And how about Ken? We've got Ken. But which Ken? Do we have Ken Kington? Do we have Ken Davis? Do we have both? I don't know, you guys. You're just gonna have to come and see who it is. So we have these amazing people. Also, of course, our chaplain. Sorry, I'm leaning to look for my notes. Brian's already left me. Is it something I said? I don't know. It's all good. It's all good, y'all. All right. So Jason Earls is going to be there to speak with us. I mean, these are just a few, guys. We have 3 days of amazing speakers. And then, as I said, Gordon Douglas, our chaplain, he's going to be there. And I can tell you, if you were in Texas and you saw the message that Gordon gave, it was fire. Okay, literally, like he was wearing a shirt with flames on it. He's such a powerful speaker and an amazing chaplain for the CCA. So I'm very excited to get to hear the message he's going to bring. And like I said, I didn't list everybody who's going to be there, but that's just a few of the speakers that are going to be pouring into us during the CCA retreat. So to recap, today is the final day for the CCA Early Bird Special. So go to the ChristianComedyAssociation.org and you can register today. Sorry, did I say today's the final day? Tomorrow, the 15th. Okay, so you get today and tomorrow. $125, so you're saving $25 if you go ahead and register. Also on the Christian Comedy Association on that page.org, it has, and I'll flip over here really quick, it has hotels that we've reached out to, so you can just tell them that you're coming with the CCA. And so the Quality Inn, Hampton Inn and Suites, and Fairfield Inn are all 3 places that are giving us a group discount. But you can find that information on the ChristianComedyAssociation.org. You can see that and go there. If you come in on Sunday night, I do know that there are some different comedians that are in the area that are producing shows in Indianapolis, outside of Franklin, just areas that are within driving distance of where the retreat's going to be. And so definitely check that out. If you're producing a show, oh, Brian, he's back. Okay, it wasn't me. I was wrapping it up right here.
Keep going.
So I was wrapping it up. So what I was saying is on Sunday night, because we don't start until later on Monday. A lot of different comedians are producing shows in and around the Indianapolis area and within driving distance of the Turning Point Church in Franklin. So if you are producing a show, send us the flyer for it and we'll post that on the CCA page. Also, I know if you look at Gutty's Comedy Club, if you look at their Facebook page, they had put something out there about doing a showcase or open mic type of situation at their comedy club, I think Sunday and maybe even Wednesday as well. So definitely check them out. And again, if you have a show in the area and you want us to let people know, because if you're in early and you want to see like, oh, is any comedians performing around the area, it would be fun to go check them out. So bottom line is we're going to connect. That's the bottom line is we want to first connect with Christ and then go from there. And if you start with the main thing, keeping the main thing, right, then it should go well from there. So Brian Katsu, I'm excited to host with you. I hope you don't bail on me in person. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I do freeze up a lot. So
don't do that. Don't do that.
Nudge me and I'll be fine. I'll kickstart, I'll reboot. I'll be fine. It'll be great.
There we go.
Great. So I'm assuming you covered while I was gone. You covered all the great stuff. So
I covered it all, I mean, that's just what I do. I just, I covered for you, Brian. I got your back, my friend.
I am super excited though for this because it feels like so long since I've seen anybody. And, especially, not just the people that I already know, but I miss meeting new people.
Yeah.
In general, especially that are comedians, that you have Christian comedians, that we all have this, we have the same foundation and we're all striving for the same things. It's just nice to just be immersed in that and feel that love of community, So
yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Well, CCA is where I met you. And I just want to real quick give a shout out to, and I'm not going to list every name, but the folks who are on the planning committee. This was an eye opener for me. I've never been a part of a planning situation like this before. And every single week, y'all, there is a Zoom call and there's just planning and people praying, and just really the heart is there to do something to just bless other Christian comedians. And I am absolutely honored to have even, been a part of the planning process. And I know that, are we going to get it right? Is it going to be perfect? Is everything going to go off flawlessly? Well, I think our live just proved that probably not. But I can tell you that the heart is there, and people really just in this group that has been doing the planning, they want you all to come and connect and get stronger in your relationship with Christ. And that's kind of the bottom line. So yeah, we're going to be there, Brian Katsu.
Yeah,
I'm going to be there.
I have my tickets and my reservation for a hotel are all set.
Yes.
I'm ready. I just need to go.
Well, let's do it, y'all. All right. The CCA Retreat, June 6th, June 7th. That might be my birthday. Just saying. And the 8th in Franklin, Indiana. Go to the ChristianComedyAssociation.org to get registered and don't miss out on that early bird special. Well, that's going to be it for.
It wasn't right around your birthday, but yeah, you should still go, everyone.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'll sacrifice my birthday to spend with you guys. All right, that's good. All right, that's going to be it. I always say Jesus and Junebug loves you. And Brian?
I don't have a fancy outro like you. Until we see each other again.
All right. See you in
like
Indiana.
A Mark or something. Okay, we'll see you soon. Don't forget to register. You got 24 hours. Get on.